Hey, what's up? You have made it to your fourth training and your final training. Now, not many people stick it out this long, so if you did, love your dedication. And today we are getting to the icing on the cake, the thing that most tennis players say they want to see improvement in with their forehands and in general. That is power. Before I get into how you can generate power, I'm going to first dispel a couple myths about what power isn't, and then what power actually is for you and me as a tennis player. So the first thing I want to take note of is that when many people hear power, they associate power with strength and the ability to muscle through a certain act or action, right? If you're a football player, you want to go to the gym and lift and get stronger and get bigger because, understandably, if you're a 130 pounds little guy, and you would get completely trucked by someone who's a power lifter at 200. So the first myth is that you need big muscles and you need a lot of strength to be able to hit the ball really, really hard. And that's just not true. When it comes down to tennis, what you actually need for power is not strength, it isn't muscle, but it's speed. So tennis, power equals speed. So knowing that, now how can you generate more speed in your racket's flight path, what we refer to as racket head speed? Now, there are three different methods that I use, techniques that you can implement into your swing that will increase your racket head speed and get a faster ball and a faster flight path on the ball. The first of which is utilize your body. So, as I already went over in the technique video, if you haven't seen that, go back to the first training because it is so important. It's the foundation of all improvement, learning correct technique. So as I mentioned in this technique video, the rotation of your body is of the utmost importance to having good form, but also it will come into play in generating a good amount of racket head speed and getting more power into your shot. And so what I mean by turning your body is what we refer to as a unit turn. So your shoulders start out facing the ball, and then they end up, after you turn, facing the side fence. And this is what's called a unit turn. You rotate your body this way and keep looking straight forward. Now, your body has coiled up in a way where it's just potential energy waiting to release in your shot. And this is utilized by every top player and every pro because they know that this is one of the easiest ways to get more speed behind their shot. So utilize this unit turn and then also utilize the kinetic chain of your body's movement as you're unwinding. So this chain could be split up into three parts: your legs, your core, and your shoulders. And this also allows you to create a type of, movement in your shot, which is referred to as racket lag, or just lag. And while you're unwinding your kinetic chain, you start with your legs, then you turn your core, and then you end with your chest, and then your racket follows behind. And so this lagging motion creates kind of a bullwhip effect, if you will, at the very end of your shot as it all comes to a head and explodes through the ball. So when you're focusing on the unit turn, try not to focus too much on the lag part because that's just something that comes naturally. It will develop over time, and if you're focusing on, holding it back here and then suddenly, swinging through really hard, it's just gonna defeat the purpose. So don't focus on the lag, focus on the unit turn, and the lag will follow. All right, now the second technique that we can use to generate more racket head speed, getting more power into your shot, is utilizing a longer flight path of your racket and extension of the arm. Okay, so if you think about a very great analogy that I heard is that think about your swing as a runway, right? Your racket's the plane and it needs a long runway to speed up and take off. So if you have a short and really confined swing, kind of like a chicken wing, your swing is going to be shorter and you're going to be tensed up, and it's just going to take away a lot of the power, right? You're not going to be able to extend less racket speed. So to fix this, you want to really focus on keeping your elbow outside of your body, away from tucked in, you know? Keep it out and keep your racket, you know, further back, which the unit turn will help with, and have that long runway to speed up. And then make contact with the ball in front of your body. All right, this is important for the racket extension. You're gonna get extra runway time, and it will help with the overall snapping effect to create that extra oomph, that extra burst of speed. Okay, and then finally, the third technique that you can use to generate much more racket head speed and get more power is relax. Take a deep breath and loosen up. This is where I can finally show my tree hugger side. It's just breathing and relax your muscles. All right, learn how to breathe in rhythm with your shot. Keeping your muscles super relaxed is going to do more than any of the other that I have already explained. And that's because if you implement this unit turn, if you get the extension, but you're still tense, right? You're holding the racket really tight, and you're just really tense in all of your muscle groups, all that power is going to be absorbed by your body, right? Think of bracing for impact, right? It's a natural response when you see a projectile coming towards you, or you're about to crash into something, right? In a car crash, you would brace for impact. Same thing with tennis. So you just have to be aware of it, take deep breaths, and just loosen your grip, right? Relax your muscles, keep your grip really loose. It's counterintuitive, I know. Making your grip looser seems like weaker, like less force. But I promise you, more of the power will be applied to your shot, and it will help in leagues in taking your shot to the next level. Okay, and then the final thing I have to say is that without putting this stuff into action, as I've said this whole entire week, none of this will do you any good. So, a few ways that you can implement these strategies and get them second nature to you, so you don't have to think about them, is performing your shadow swings, using the drop feeds to focus on your technique as you're going through it, and focus on breathing while you're hitting your shot. All right, now I have one more thing in store for you, so don't go anywhere. The next email you get, I have very exciting news. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this really the whole time, and you will not want to miss it. So at the end of your training, I hope that you are getting to the court and you are doing the drills that will help you put these new habits into practice. And until then, happy tennis, my friend, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Happy tennis, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one. No, hold on. And I will see you very soon. Take care. Yeah.